Okay, let's start with World War One. In which year did World War One begin? Was it in 1912, 14 or 16? And just so you know, all the images shown are just for illustration. They don't necessarily represent the question. The correct answer you're looking for here, 1914. Which event is widely considered to have sparked World War One? Was it the Zimmermann telegram, the invasion of Belgium, or the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand? And it was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Which country was the first to declare war in what would become World War One? Was it Austria-Hungary, Serbia, or Germany? The answer is Austria-Hungary. Which of these countries was not originally part of the Triple Entente? Italy, France, or Russia? And the correct answer here, Italy. Who came first to Serbia's defence when Austria-Hungary declared war? Was it Great Britain, Russia, or Germany? And it was Russia. What was the primary type of warfare on the Western Front? Was it aerial combat, naval warfare, or trench warfare? It was trench warfare. Who joined the Allies in 1915 by declaring war on Austria-Hungary? Was it Italy, Bulgaria, or the Ottoman Empire? And that was Italy. Who was the leader of Russia at the start of World War One? Was it Nicholas II, Vladimir Lenin, or Joseph Stalin? The correct answer, Nicholas II. The Battle of the Somme was fought in which year? In 1914, 16 or 18? The correct answer here, 1916. What was the name of the British passenger ship sunk by a German submarine in 1915? Was it the Queen Mary, Lusitania or Britannic? And it was the Lusitania. The Zimmermann telegram was intended to propose an alliance between Germany and which country? Was it Mexico, Japan or the United States? The answer, Mexico. In which battle did tanks first play a significant role? The Battle of Marne, the Battle of Verdun, or the Battle of the Somme? The correct answer, the Battle of the Somme. Which is not one of the reasons why the United States joined World War I? Submarine attacks, the Zimmermann telegram, or to prevent Japan joining? And the one there that was not a reason, to prevent Japan joining. Who was the leader of Germany during World War I? Was it Otto von Bismarck, Kaiser Wilhelm II, or Adolf Hitler? And in World War I, it was Kaiser Wilhelm II. The Treaty of Versailles was signed in which year? 1918, 1919, or 1920? And it was signed in 1919. Which country faced a revolution in 1917? Was it France, Germany, or Russia? And that was the Russian Revolution. What was the area between opposing trenches known as? Was it known as No Man's Land, the Patrol Line, or the Dead Zone? And the answer, No Man's Land. Which of these battles is considered the longest battle of World War I? The Battle of Verdun, the Battle of the Somme, or the Battle of Ypres? And the longest, the Battle of Verdun. Name the gas most commonly used as a weapon in World War I. Was it DDT, cyanide, or mustard gas? The correct answer, mustard gas. What was the primary cause of death in World War I? Was it gunshot wounds, disease, or artillery fire? The answer is artillery fire. Which of these empires did not collapse at the end of World War I? The British, German, or Ottoman Empire? And the one there that didn't collapse, the British Empire. Where was Archduke Franz Ferdinand assassinated? Was it in Vienna, Sarajevo, or Berlin? And it was in Sarajevo. The armistice ending World War I was signed on which date? November the 11th, 1918, July the 28th, 1919, or December the 31st, 1919. And it was on November the 11th, 1918. Who was the British Prime Minister at the end of World War I? Was it David Lloyd George, Winston Churchill, or Neville Chamberlain? The correct answer there, David Lloyd George. Which battle marked the final large offensive by the Germans? The Battle of the Somme, the Second Battle of the Marne, or the Battle of Verdun? And the answer there, the Second Battle of the Marne. Which of these countries was not part of the Central Powers? Austria-Hungary, Russia, or the Ottoman Empire? And the answer here, Russia. What was the main reason for food rationing in Britain during the war? Was it economic downturn, poor harvests, or blockades and U-boat warfare? And it was due to blockades and U-boat warfare. What type of warfare dominated the Eastern Front? Was it trench, mobile, or aerial warfare? And the one that dominated there was mobile warfare. What was the first major American battle, offensive, and victory of World War I? Was it the Battle of Cantigny, the Battle of Argonne Forest, or the Battle of Chateau Thierry? And the answer, the Battle of Cantigny. The Battle of Jutland was primarily between which two naval forces? The British and German, French and Bulgarian, or Russian and Ottoman? And that was between British and German. The use of airplanes in World War I was primarily for what purpose? For bombing, troop movement, or reconnaissance? And it was primarily for reconnaissance. How many points were in Woodrow Wilson's peace plan? Were there 10, 14, or 20? And there were 14. What was the name of the peace treaty signed with Germany to end World War I? Was it the Treaty of Paris, Versailles, or Brest-Litovsk? And it was the Treaty of Versailles. Okay, and now some questions on World War II. When did World War II begin? In 1937, 39, or 41? And it began in 1939. Which country did Germany invade to start World War II? Was it Poland, France, or the Soviet Union? And it was Poland. Who was the British Prime Minister at the start of World War II? Was it Winston Churchill, Neville Chamberlain, or Clement Attlee? And it was Neville Chamberlain. In which operation did civilian boats play a crucial role in evacuating British and Allied forces from beaches? Was it the Amsterdam, Kursk, or Dunkirk evacuation? And the answer, the Dunkirk evacuation. Which of these cities was not a target during the Blitz? London, Coventry, or Paris? And the answer, Paris. What was the name of the pact between Germany and the Soviet Union? Was it the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, the Non-Aggression Pact, or the German-Soviet Treaty? The answer, the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Who was the leader of the Soviet Union during World War II? Was it Joseph Stalin, Vladimir Lenin, or Nikita Khrushchev? And it was Joseph Stalin. What was the largest concentration camp established by Nazi Germany? Was it Dachau, Auschwitz, or Treblinka? And the largest was Auschwitz. What was the main objective of the D-Day invasion? Was it to liberate Paris, to capture Berlin, or to establish a foothold in France? The main objective was to establish a foothold in France. The Battle of Stalingrad was a critical turning point on which front? The Eastern, Western, or Northern Front? And that was on the Eastern Front. What were known as panzers? German aircraft, tanks, or rockets? The correct answer, German tanks. In which year did the United States drop atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Was it in 1943, 44, or 45? And that was in 1945. The Normandy invasion started on which date? June the 6th, 1944, May the 7th, 45, or December the 7th, 41? It started on June the 6th, 1944. What was the code name for the German invasion of the Soviet Union? Was it Operation Sea Lion, Overlord, or Barbarossa? And the answer is Operation Barbarossa. Which of these countries was not officially part of the Axis powers? Japan, Italy, or France? The answer is France. Which battle was a significant naval engagement in the Pacific theatre? Was it the Battle of Midway, Kursk, or El Alamein? The correct answer here, the Battle of Midway. Who was the US general in command of the D-Day invasion? Was it George Patton, Douglas MacArthur, or Dwight D. Eisenhower? And it was Dwight D. Eisenhower. The Holocaust primarily targeted which group of people? Jewish people, political dissidents, or military prisoners? And the correct answer, Jewish people. Who was first to crack the German Enigma code? Was it the British, Poles, or Russians? And the first was the Poles. Which battle is considered the last major German offensive on the Western Front? The Battle of the Bulge, the Battle of Belgium, or the Battle of Rotterdam? The correct answer, the Battle of the Bulge. The siege of which city resulted in one of the deadliest and most prolonged battles of the war? Stalingrad, Leningrad, or Moscow? The answer, the Siege of Leningrad. What was the code name for the development of the atomic bomb in the United States? Was it the Manhattan, Big Bang, or Enola Gay project? And it was the Manhattan Project. What was Nazi Germany's infamous political police force called? Were they called the Stasi, Gestapo, or Blitzkrieg? And the answer, Gestapo. What was the primary objective of the German Luftwaffe in the Battle of Britain? Was it to gain air superiority, to destroy the British Navy, or to destroy the British Army? And it was to gain air superiority. What event led to the internment of Japanese Americans in the United States? The Pearl Harbor attack, the Battle of Midway, or the invasion of the Philippines? And the correct answer, the Pearl Harbor attack. In which year did World War II end? In 1944, 45, or 46? And it ended in 1945. Which Allied conference decided the post-war reorganisation of Europe? Was it the Yalta, Potsdam, or Tehran Conference? And the answer, the Yalta Conference. Who was the leader of Italy during World War II? Was it Pietro Badoglio, Victor Emmanuel III, or Benito Mussolini? And it was Benito Mussolini. What was the nickname of German Field Marshal Rommel? Was it the Desert Rat, Snake, or Fox? And he was known as the Desert Fox. What were called the doodlebugs in World War II? German submarines, V-1 flying bombs, or the atomic bombs? The correct answer, V-1 flying bombs. What was the main goal of the Nazis' final solution? Was it to build a super race, to build an empire, or to exterminate the Jewish population? And it was to exterminate the Jewish population. Where were the trials held after the war to prosecute Nazi leaders? Were they held in Paris, Nuremberg, or Berlin? And they were held in Nuremberg. Okay, if you'd like to, you can drop your score and any other thoughts in the comments down below, and then try some more history quizzes here. Thanks for watching.